we haven't posted about this yet, but this is our new home screen. This is live in all of your accounts right now. So what's cool about this is that before you might have just seen like Google, Facebook, and TikTok, just like as standard, like stock. So what this is doing now, is that any platform you're connected to, we will show here on this dashboard. So this is going to be like a massive reporting hub built into Play now. Before, like we're really focused on like launching ads, getting high performing ads created, but like reporting is something we've been working on. So that's like where we're really excited to share this with you. So like this home screen is just got a massive upgrade. You can switch between the different platforms now. So if I'm on Google right here, you'll see all Google performance. And what we've also done is that you can add just a bunch of different columns here now too. Before we used to have like just a stack of standard columns. Now you can pretty much add any column that's in Facebook or Google or TikTok in here and get results and kind of just much deeper reporting into all of your campaigns, even created outside of Play. That's like kind of what this home tab is for, even for your clients. Like you can view campaigns created even outside of Play in here. And if they are created in Play, you could always tab view results here and it'll take you to like that other deeper reporting that you might see on the advertise tab. But yeah, this is pretty cool. And again, any platform you're connected to will show up here and just switch in here and you can customize your columns and add any sort of columns that you want. So we're going to continue to like build this home screen out. But yeah, we're really excited about this. So this is already launched. There's a few columns I will say that are still missing. We're going to continue to like add those. And yeah, I hope you enjoy this feature. The other things that we added, just real quick, and then we'll open up to any questions, is that in this resource tab, we have these playbooks here now that Caro and Julia have been building out. So there's gonna be like very specific ones like your gym playbook, your realtor playbook that's launching, like budget friendly. If you're kind of like advertising on a budget, what campaign should you create? Like if you don't have a pixel, what campaign should you create? Or if you don't have a landing page, what ad should you create? So these are available to you and to your clients. We're going to continue to keep building these up. Yeah. Oh, was there a question?
Oh shit! I'm sorry. I didn't know my mic was still on.
All good. All good. And then what we've also added in here for you, if you want it, is a pitch deck that you can send over to clients or view on a client demo call if you want, or also like a one pager. So you could always download these and send them over to clients or use them just for extra, marketing materials for you. So there's a pitch deck here and a one pager that kind of goes over the platform, and these are all white labeled.
Are these visible to the clients?
These are, yep.
Even the pitch deck?
This is a pitch deck.
Yeah, I'm saying that's also visible to the clients?
Yes. Yeah. That's why I like doing these, like just so we could hear your feedback. Did you not want to show this to clients?
I would say, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how anybody else feels, but I think that would be like, the pitch deck is something that's going to be an internal asset, because they're not selling it unless somebody else is running it a different way. We sell it to the client, the pitch deck would be good for us to have on a different side where we could actually utilize it to show them exactly what the system does.
I got you. Yeah. So for those two materials, because this is just the playbooks tab, like we can kind of bring this in to this profile tab and just add it somewhere in here and remove that for your clients. We can do that really easily. I think that's a good idea because yeah, that tab is kind of just for playbooks. So we'll bring those two and we can add them in here where you can always chat with our team. And there's also a contact us button here too. But yeah, I agree. We'll move those into here.
Cool. Thank you.
Only you see this tab as well. Your clients don't see this stuff.
Okay.
And then a few other things real quick, and then we'll just open up to questions. We've added just a better vertical preview for your image videos, like if you have vertical images or videos right here. So this is kind of what it will look like now. If you have a vertical video, if you add a horizontal video, you'll see like a sort of different preview and everything now too. So just kind of shows you exactly how this ad will look on Facebook or on Instagram. So, vertical videos, they have been performing much better than any sort of other vertical aspect ratio or video aspect ratio. So if you can, we always recommend doing vertical videos. So this is just like a nicer preview for your vertical assets, not to. And then there's a few other things too. We already kind of posted about it, but this is just the last thing, and then questions. For your forms, for your lead forms, if you're doing lead form ads, we've also added just a greeting section. This is optional for you, but you can kind of describe what your, kind of like describe people like what they're going to be filling out or why they should, add their information. So you can add this here. It could help with lead quality and just kind of describe what this lead form is about. So this is optional, but you can add this in here now. And for if it's like a video, the thumbnail of the video that they see will show up here. If they're looking at images, just the image that they see will show up right here on the lead form. There's a few other things. Maybe we can go over if there's other questions, but I just want to pass it over to you. Carl, I don't know if you have anything that you want to go over first, but yeah, just happy to answer. We're here for you. So any questions that you have, just let us know.
Hey, so first things first, I'm not sure if you saw in the Facebook community, but essentially I have a post about a company with 3 locations. Now, one of them is about 5.4 kilometers from the next, and the other 2 are about the distance is less than 3 kilometers.
Yeah,
So,
you just posted that. I did see that. I didn't yeah, can you just explain? Yep, I got it. And then what was the issue? It was like you're concerned that how can Google allow like a business profile for so close together? That's kind of a thing.
Well, that's fascinating. My concern is essentially the radii of the locations overlapping each other. And what I was thinking was to perhaps instead do a dynamic search ad with the central between the 3 locations, and then just do a 5 or 6 kilometers radius from there, and do the dynamic ad based on the user's actual location. So does Play support dynamic search ads yet?
And then you want to do that so it sends to the right landing page, essentially.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Carl, we don't support dynamic because it actually requires like a lot of people going to your site. Like it requires like a lot of website traffic for that to actually like work properly. But Carl, what are your thoughts on that?
But yes, Alex, I do think there's a problem with probably ads cannibalizing a bit just because of the overlapping of the location. So maybe trying to focus on smaller radius if you can, just to avoid it, and then using negative keywords to avoid, like using negative keywords as locations. So for one location, adding negative keywords for the names of the other locations so that the ads are not showing on the bit that's not correct. So that can actually be helpful.
Okay, gotcha.
Avoiding it, yeah.
Gotcha. Thanks, guys. So question number 2 is optimization score on ads. How does it correlate with the actual outcome of the ads in terms of conversions, performance, or is there even a correlation?
If you do conversion base, pretty much the optimization score will be like 90% or above. That's like the thing that will get the score higher. If you do traffic, it's just automatically going to be lower. But again, Carl, Carl's worked at Google too. Like, what do you think, Carl?
Yeah, I think for ad ranking, there are several factors that the system will use to assess in the moment of the auction. And I think even more important than the ad ranking and the optimization score that you see, because that's just basically made to help you implement some of the suggestions and insights that Google will send. And you can see as you go adding, for example, you get suggestions for adding headlines or adding specific keywords. And as you go, the optimization score will get closer to 100. But even more important than that, it's the score for your landing page. And there's something called Core Web Vitals, which I'm very emphatic about, which is just basically making sure your website is suited for working on mobile, that everything is loading under 3 seconds. I can share later some links with info about this. So you have landing page experience, probably the budget that you have will also be a very important factor. And then just probably interaction, CTR. If your ad has a good CTR, then the algorithm will assess it's relevant. So even more important than that, it's getting an ad that people will click. And I think the platform by default makes ads that have really good CTRs, like actually rocking CTRs, which is what will actually end up helping you show up more. So
Right.
yeah, I would take into account ad ranking, but it's not the most important thing.
And yeah,
so this, yeah, go ahead.
and then also add extensions, especially for local business, like turn these on because that will increase the optimization score too.
Yeah.
I would turn
Yeah.
these on.
Yeah, another question I had is, what I was going to ask? Oh, so the previous company was doing, they were optimizing it for the lead gen, basically, and they would use the call center to call them. But I don't know, I mean, I would think it would make sense because their goal is for the people to go on site and pay for the tests on site. And they encourage it by giving 10% savings. Wouldn't be better in this case to run for, targeting sales rather than targeting leads? I mean, the objective of the campaign.
So I think I remember like you're doing like it's like blood tests, so it's like medical.
Yeah.
right?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah, yeah.
yes.
And then they're doing calls, you're doing Facebook lead ads right now. And
No,
is that right? Or you're
this is
doing Google?
this is all mostly Google, right? We didn't
Okay.
get Facebook ads, but I
Okay,
mean,
okay.
we'll be doing Facebook ads as well. But
Okay, so
majority of money or budget goes to Google.
yep, nice. Ours too. Yeah, we like for lead form. This is important. So is this what you're talking about for leads on Google?
Well, I'm asking, so they've been targeting for leads, but
Yeah.
from our conversation with them, it turns out that people well, first of all, they did not have dedicated landing pages. We build the dedicated landing pages with a split test, all of them pretty much. We want to know how it performs, right?
Yeah.
And we found that because we just started basically running like a few days ago, doing for them, working their ads, and that so the previous agency was just targeting for the leads. The objective was the leads versus sales. I said, well, I mean, if the main target for them, they want to sell these tests online rather than people coming and buying it in person. I said, wouldn't be better in this case target the sales? I know it is cold traffic.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's my question.
Yeah. I mean, that's like always the three main goals of business, right? Like increase revenue, decrease costs, improve customer satisfaction. It's always good to go for, I mean, the thing is like with cost per lead, they might be doing it because it's a little bit cheaper. And then they have those automations on the back end. How much are the blood tests? Like $200 or something?
They start, what are they? Well, right now we're running this month, they run, what does it start, Alexander, from?
The actual product prices?
Yes, I know it's in pesos, but whatever, you divide it by 20 roughly. What's the price? Do you remember? I don't remember.
Okay, let me quickly check.
20, I guess
it's
about
probably like
$50.
$50 or thereabouts.
50?
50, 20, I mean,
Okay.
maybe 100, maybe more.
Yeah. I mean, I think you could definitely go for conversions if you have that set up and everything. I mean, I think you totally could. You would just come over here, switch this to conversions, make sure this purchase is on that thank you confirmation page, and it fires, and go for conversions for sure. I think so. I think it's also good to have like a retargeting campaign set up for people, especially if you're going cold traffic. Have some sort of retargeting campaign set up too, maybe for like all web visitors, and retarget to them as well. Maybe on like Google Display if you're sticking with Google. But definitely I think search is going to get high quality traffic to your site. And then you can kind of close the deal maybe with like Google Display retargeting and just go for the in conversion. But You know, leads can, if you go for leads, it just shows your clients results faster. And then you can say, okay, now let's actually go for the main conversion goal. So, you know, it could be good if it's like a new client who's trying to like, you're just trying to figure out, it is good to kind of get leads first because it's going to cost less and it shows value faster. But I think conversions is what's going to, you know, matter most to them. So you should definitely have some sort of conversion campaign set up, especially if they have like that online product. You should totally do that. Like Google search and then retarget to them, even on, you could even target them, like retarget to them on Facebook, as well. But
Mhm.
I think the retargeting is kind of going to close the deal, for you and have most of your conversions set up.
That's another thing I was wondering. With regards to retargeting, as you may have seen in the group, I've also posted about how retargeting is restricted in health-based niches
Right,
such as the
right, right,
personal
right.
attributes.
Yes.
Mhm. Yeah,
Facebook, Facebook is, Google is super strict on that for sure. Facebook, you know, I have seen like, they don't, that's not a special ad category, health. So you can definitely retarget to them on there. I would probably just do it on Facebook and just have the Facebook pixel on the landing page. And even though the traffic might be coming from Google, the Facebook pixel will just pick up all website visitors.
Mhm.
If you have that audience and you can just retarget to them on Facebook. But I wouldn't I remember you also like, I wouldn't upload, I think there's like HIPAA rules. So I wouldn't like upload patient data as a marketing list. Like do like all website visitors or like
Mm,
post
okay,
engagement. There's like super strict on page, like, you know, medical stuff.
Got it. Yes, I see.
okay, all right. So yeah, because I'm pretty sure there got to be some workarounds doing retargeting, bypassing. I mean, not bypassing, but not involving
Yeah,
restriction.
Carl, what do you, it's like super strict on Google for like medical stuff.
Mhm.
Uh,
Yeah, no, unadvised, the campaign won't serve, especially in these cases. So yeah, at least if you want to do retargeting, probably I would say yes, Facebook. And I think we've been talking
Yeah.
about this case in our strategy sessions like one-on-one. And this is that
Yes.
particular case, just because of measurement. And I think some of the bigger clients sometimes require more specific measurements. So this is a case we've been handling, because you do need to have a lot of another steps if you want to get to that point of tracking conversions, just because for this client, there's a big leak when it comes to offline conversions. So that's another thing, maybe for another office hours subject, if you ever want to go into offline conversion, because it's something that's on another note. But yeah, for retargeting, like Logan said, probably Facebook, avoiding special information that will get the campaign banned.
Yeah.
We know all too well. Okay.
All right, cool beans. Now, silly question. I don't mean to take up too much time here, but I remember you guys talking about ad templates where custom fields could be filled out. Where do I access that?
yeah, the custom fields, you can tap any one of these. So Creative Hub right here. You can tap any one of these and you can tap like Google search, for example. And then the custom fields are just this little like person icon. So you can always add a field. It's up to you, whatever fields you want. So you can come in here and tap like add field, and this could be called like I don't know, like blood test kit or whatever you want for you. So it could be like uh address one or whatever. And when you save this template now, you can share this over to your clients. So like, let's say I did want to save this template. If I tap save, this would save the template and you come over here. And when you share this template to a client, they will see a first like a form to fill out those custom fields. And then those fields are just matched to whatever they fill out. So let's say you have like 10 blood or 10 clients in that similar niche who are doing test kits. You could kind of create one template and just have them fill out those fields. That's going to be in the Creative Hub right here.
Excellent. Excellent. Thank you so much, Logan.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
We do have a couple of raised hands from before. So first one, I think it's Martin, then we have Brian, and then Scott, probably. So you can unmute yourself and ask your question if you want.
I have a question. If I'm not Brian, but
But
Go
yeah,
for it.
go ahead.
Was it Scott or Brian? Who are you talking to?
go ahead.
Who's going?
Go for it.
Yeah. So I have a local client. It's basically outdoor services, power washing, handyman services, stuff like that. So we're in Oklahoma, and we just came through like like the coldest temperature on record. You know, we
Yeah.
had lots of ice and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
obviously, nobody was out there power washing. And so to kind of recoup that couple weeks, we've been doing a lot of Facebook lead ads. And so
Yeah.
I was wondering if we're getting some decent success with that. But I mean, always with Facebook lead ads, some of them end up being kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
So I didn't know if you thought that was like the best route to go, or if you would stick to PPC, or what do you think?
For sure, because your goal is to like get them in the lead funnel, and then when it's kind of warmer, like send them those emails.
Exactly.
Yep. Yep. What sort of creative are you using?
I have some stock footage. Also have some pictures from the client on site. Before and a lot of before and afters, really.
Yeah, I think definitely Facebook lead ads because it's not the right, yeah, definitely not the right time. So like PPC, that's gonna be good like when it is that right time because like Google, it's just so much
Okay.
intent behind it. So it's like when they search, they're looking for that service. I think the stat is like, if, especially if someone's searching for like something near me, I think the stat is like, you know, like 60% of people visit that store the day.
I know, I saw. So,
But yeah, I think definitely Facebook lead ads for sure until it's like the right time because then you can build up your funnel and then send out those emails which are kind of free um, when it gets a little bit warmer.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, Scott, go ahead.
I'm on.
You're on.
Sweet. Well, couple things. First question is with the video ads, is there going to be an opportunity for us to be able to put like captions over those video ads or add audio to those? So I
Yeah,
feel like I love the video, but then you got to do something with it as opposed to just the stock footage not doing anything, or at least get your thoughts on how to make that more impactful.
yeah. Like we like these a lot because this does a great job of stopping the scroll, especially like if it's something like power washing or tree cutting, stuff like that. Like if it's like a marketing, like if you're promoting your agency, definitely wouldn't use these stock videos unless you have that overlay. So we have a way. It's probably going to be next month where you can add your logo and overlay, very similar to like how we do it for images, in this image feature right here, where you can add your overlays and everything. We'll be able to do this on videos next month, for sure. We just found a nice way to do it quickly. So
What about audio? Like, like with a talk over, and
yeah,
what's your thoughts on that?
yeah, we have when we launch Spotify ads, probably it's gonna probably be like next week or the early the week after. But what we already did is that we have an option for you to one like create a script for you that you can do the voice, or we have like an AI voice that we will automatically create like audio
That's
ads for you.
awesome.
And
That's
through that,
fantastic.
yeah, then we'll be able to just transfer that over to videos. So it's kind of like we're doing that first because Spotify is pure audio. And once we have that, we'll be able to use that audio on your videos. So
And that's coming next week.
Spotify ads, but then like the overlay stuff, it's gonna be sometime in February for sure. Probably like third week of February, to be honest, for like the
Perfect.
video overlay stuff. But Spotify ads we've been working on this month, and it should be next week or early the week after.
Wow. Very good. Good to know. Okay. My other question is, I was running a campaign for a fellow marketer, and it was crushing, like ridiculous.
like, I don't know, we got like 100 leads in January. And now it's fallen off, like it's just fallen off the cliff. And I'm wondering, what happened, what can be done, what's your recommendations in these situations? Like, like if somebody was taking like medicine and was working and working, and all of a sudden it's not working anymore.
They
Like,
built up a tolerance for it almost.
yeah. So I'm wondering, what would we be able to do? Like, because he's used to like all these leads, and it's a pay per lead program. So I'm kind of, like, uh-oh. And
Creative fatigue.
Yep. Yep. It could just be potentially like creative fatigue. I don't know is Julia on here, Carl? Because it's a Facebook ad, right?
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, she's not.
Carl, any thoughts? I could be like something like ad fatigue. We just have to take a look at your account. We could do that for sure.
Or maybe there's something in the change log, in the history log, about change that went over, something happened that might have changed the course of the ad. There's sometimes ad fatigue, and that can happen to an ad that's been running for a while, it's been doing well, but it will reach a flat place after a while. That can happen, but then again, yeah, we would need to check like this one specifically, because I don't think after a month it would have reached that point. So it's probably something related to a change that was made.
Maybe 2 months, in all honesty. But I know January, like, we did really well. I mean, tremendous. And then regarding the playbooks, just so I can obviously look at them, will the playbooks say, okay, if you're if you're going after contractors or whatever the niche is, does it spell out, okay, what if your goal is this is what you should do, you should have this type of ad, this type of message? Like, how deep does it go to ensure or give the best chance for these ads to succeed? Because that's all that, at the end of the day, they only care, they don't care what you do, as long as you bring the goods. So I'm just curious to know what the thought process was in those playbooks. Hey, if you're doing this, if you're looking for, acquisition type of marketing, then you should probably do this, and you should say this or do these type of, creatives.
Right. It's not something where it's like super text heavy. They have to read a lot. Carl and Julia have done like a great job of kind of like just literally saying, these are the campaigns you need to launch and here's how you do it. But Carl, what are your thoughts on it?
I think most of them go overall to, well, you have step-by-steps kind of tutorials on the playbooks on how to do things, but it's more about overall strategy. So are you in real estate? Okay, so for Facebook, you should probably launch these 2 campaigns, and then for Google, you should probably launch this other 3 campaigns. And it goes on a tutorial on what to add, how to select the keywords, what to do when it comes to selecting the location. So different little things that can help on every different playbook. If it's for real estate, if it's for an attorney, if it's for a gym, anything that you can think. So they are all kind of different in a way, because every niche is different. And we do put a lot of research into crafting each one of them. They take a bit, because yeah, we do have to research benchmarks, making sure everything you see there, it's been tested. So yeah, it's not like they are all the same. So you would need to click on them and just check them. The 2 at the bottom, those are a 1-pager and the pitch deck, if I'm, yeah. So those 2 are just for you to use on demo calls or whenever you're talking to a client. But the other ones, yes, those are playbooks, and we actually have more that will be coming to this little menu, because we need to add them here. Some of them have been crafted in the past month and are not here yet, but they will be. So yeah,
Gotcha.
Yeah, and these will move. I forgot I said that, but yeah, we'll move these for sure into some.
Cool. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. And then this probably relates to everyone. Lot of bots are just like leads that are coming through Facebook right now, and they're bad. Like, cause I do something where I call the leads for my customers. And so I know I'm doing it myself, but it's part of the services that I provide. And it's bad news. Like, I call people, I text them, and they're like, and I have a field where they have to physically like tell us how old their house is. That's a short answer in the Facebook form. But I'm still seeing like the amount of garbage is high. So I'm just wondering, you know, if you're seeing that, any sort of thoughts on that, fixes on
Yeah.
that.
I have been seeing a lot of that increase, for sure. And like, there's two things that I would do. One would probably be to switch this to higher intent. There's like an extra verification step in here that can
Mhm.
kind of avoid bots. So this, and
Mhm.
then, you know, we work with customers super closely. So like one other thing that I've seen as well is that for some reason, having in the placement section, this in stream, where is it?
I do
Please.
all manual. I do all manual.
Okay, nice. I would probably maybe try to remove this in-stream video placement. And the reason for that is that you know, there's creators out there who get paid a lot of money from Facebook for like watch time and engagement on ads and things like that. So they will pay bots and stuff to fill out information and like I've just seen a lot of it coming from this
That's
in-stream
interesting.
video placements because it's playing in the middle of their video. So it makes sense that they would do that on in-stream. So that's something that I would say is like remove this placement if you're having that. Because it helps their video engagement. You know, Facebook saying, okay, a lot of people are engaging with ads on this video. So try removing this placement.
And Logan, can I interject real quick?
Yeah.
Is there a way to like to put in like a captcha or something like that?
On the higher intent, I don't think it's a CAPTCHA, but it is something like that. There's like some verification on
Okay,
this higher intent. If that's why if you do this,
make
like you
sure
could
it's
ask more
to make sure
questions.
it's real.
Yeah, this is like some sort of verification step on this higher intent option right here.
Okay,
So if you just
okay,
switch
cool.
this, and we also launched the option to edit any type of your lead ads now, any type of message ads, content, forms. So it's not like you have to create a new ad. You could just
I
create
saw that. It's terrific.
yeah, you could just like create a new lead form and switch this to higher intent and just keep the ad the same, just create a new lead form on that ad and switch it to higher intent. It's not like a CAPTCHA. It's like something else, I think. It's like a review step, essentially. So that could help. But yeah, something with that in-stream placement is kind of funky. So watch out for that if you see that. I would come in here, edit the ad, just remove this in-stream option.
Cool. Thanks so much.
Yeah, yeah. Almost that time though. Any other questions we can go over?
Yeah, Brian, then me.
Cool.
You're muted, Brian.
Sorry about that. Okay. I went back and forth with you on email a couple of times today trying to figure out get one of my clients has launched. She's in a special category. She's in real estate. We had issues connecting. I guess she had a different connection of
Hospitality,
Yes.
right? Yeah,
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah.
So I wanted to pause that ad. I'm going to create a new one. Some questions I had. If we wanted to do, I don't know if it works this way, the system, but static images and video, can that be done? Like to make sure we're hitting reels, to make sure we're hitting stories, to make sure we're getting in regular news feed without.
Yeah, so right now it's just going to be image or video until we add the option to add multiple ad sets in here. That's like a priority. Like, I don't think we'll get to it this month. It was on our roadmap. Like when we say we launch stuff, we actually do it though. So I think it's going to be pushed back, but we launching option for multiple ad groups on Google and multiple ad sets on Facebook. And then you can do that. Right now, what I would do though, because it's like just a very pure A/B test. Like you could just launch your video ad right here and then just duplicate it right here and launch the image ad if you want to do both. But yeah, that's like one option that you could do right now. But currently it's either or until we launch the multiple ad set option.
So when I try to duplicate and reconnect, I'm not seeing Instagram on there either.
Like as a placement.
Yeah, like I can't go back into my ad that I already created, right? To check.
You can. So like you would just have view results on the ad,
Mhm.
and then, let's see, I'll show you real quick. So you just tap view results here, and then you just tap edit next to targeting. It's
Mhm.
going to be under targeting, and you just tap edit right here, and then you can scroll down here. And if it's on here, it will be on Instagram if this is turned on. Um, or you can see it like right here too.
Okay, yeah, I did have it on auto placements.
Then yeah, it'll be on Instagram. But I think there's an issue like she didn't have like a proper Instagram account or something.
Yeah, her business Facebook page is connected to a personal profile on Instagram, so I had to shift that and I reconnected everything. So I guess I should pause that other campaign and just create another one and re-go, right?
Just to be sure, I don't think that connection would be set if you like did it after.
Yeah.
So just to be sure, I would probably connect it on the Connect platform and then redo it.
Okay. All right, great. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Hey Logan, yeah, this is my first time actually getting on Zoom because for some reason, like the last couple months, I've had issues like so I've like watched the replays, but so
Yeah.
I've been wanting to ask. I have a client that wants to that I'm going to be running ads for, but it's so. What would you recommend? I'm they're plumbers and they want to target hot water heater repairs or installations. What would you recommend? What type of ad? And yeah,
I
basically
would
how would you target that?
Yeah, I would stick in these two, like Google search for like that
That's what I
intent,
was, uh-huh.
for sure. And then like Facebook lead ads, especially if you use like go high level for your automation.
Yeah,
Like
I do,
Facebook,
yeah.
yeah, I would stick in this quadrant, these two right here. Um, we'll recommend that for you. Even if you do like emergency plumbing or something, when you add that, like we'll actually recommend the targeting for you.
Okay.
Add plumbing focused on heating, or it's not HVAC though, but it's like water heating.
Water heater repairs. Uh-huh.
For local though, I would potentially kind of leaving this sort of like wide open right here, just because like Facebook, it's just such a timing thing. It's like maybe they already fixed their water heater, and Facebook has
Yeah.
that. Only Google would have that because people are actually searching for it. So I think it's kind of good to leave that open, especially because you're probably targeting just like a city or zip code. Um,
Yeah.
I think like water, I think there might even be something for
Hot water heater.
yeah, there's something like I don't think hot water, but underfloor. Yeah, there's like a few. There's a few that you could do in here.
Okay.
Um, but because you're doing the city, like
Uh-huh.
Facebook's getting really good. I would like leave this kind of broad. But on Google, we would recommend the right keywords that you should use. And
Okay.
yeah, I think Google's going to be really good. Make sure you add the call extension to get calls, and add
Okay.
if they have a Google My Business, do show on Google Maps too.
Okay. Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Okay. So show those two, put the right keywords, hot water heater, repair installation.
Yep. Like even if you do hot water heater,
Uh-huh.
I already have these keywords.
Okay.
And whatever keyword is last selected, like we'll show you the recommendations. But when you generate your ad, we'll already recommend keywords and select them for you. But
Okay.
you can kind of hover over these, see the average cost per click and everything too.
Okay. Yeah, like that one, like hot water heater installation, hot water heater replacement. Okay.
Right.
Nice.
Right.
So just add, okay. And that's gonna be the best way to target, right? The Google search ads.
I think so. Yeah. Carl, what do you think?
Yes, I've seen a lot of business with this kind of service areas for plumbing, roofing,
Yeah.
builders, and yeah, Google is usually what will work best. And don't forget to always add the near me kind of fragment for keywords because people usually look for the near me. And if you have the
Yeah.
location targeting in place, then the IP address will do the rest. So you don't even have.
How would I do that?
Oh, just on the keywords, do you add over here, add hot water, for example, heater near me? And
Oh, okay.
add that as a keyword, exactly. And then the
Oh, okay.
system will autocomplete that near me, depending on the user's location. So that's also another cool way. And since you already have a location in place, so for example, in this, what we're seeing, it's San Francisco, but you could just
Uh-huh.
drop a pin and draw a
Yeah, I'm in
radius
LA.
around. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of the way.
Okay. So what would you recommend, by search or by radius?
That kind of depends on the service area for
Okay.
the client. So if they're doing the whole city, then probably targeting the whole city would work. And if they're doing just a specific area, then you can select the different specific areas. So that depends on where
Yeah.
they are and if they're capable of reaching the entire city, for example.
Yeah, they actually kind of target the city and surrounding areas. They go kind of far, so
So yeah, if they do, you
LA is
can.
big though. LA is big.
yeah. Well, yeah, not specifically LA, but like the suburbs of LA, like the South Bay area, like Redondo Beach, Hermosa Beach, Manhattan Beach, Torrance, El Segundo, like just south of LAX and stuff like that, and different things. So
Yeah, I agree with Carlos saying, like, it kind of depends on their service area. Like, you could do, if they want to, you could do zip code, just paste the zip code right here, or you could just do
okay.
the city right here too.
So the by search is going to be what for the location,
Yeah, Carl,
type
yeah,
in
sorry,
location.
Carl.
Yes,
Carl,
by
yeah.
search, it's going to be the whole city, and if you want to drop a pin, that's by radius.
Okay. All
Mhm.
right. Cool. All right. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah.
I'm out of here. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.
Yeah,
Logan, I
sounds
had a
great.
quick question before we go.
Yeah,
You helped me yesterday. Not sure if you remember. You looked at my account and you told me that some of the creative was a little too busy. It was like too techy. We talked yesterday
I
morning
remember,
for
yeah,
realtors.
kind of like the robot sort of
Yeah,
image. Yeah.
yeah. So I updated those last night. And when do you usually see a change where it'll give you a new rating so it doesn't go where it still says performances below benchmark? Do I have to give it like another 48 hours, or when would that usually change since I changed the creative last night? Or should I have just launched a whole new campaign?
Mm, you could launch a new campaign. I think like when you make that update, we'll like kind of reset the calendar. Um, I think it's kind of up to, it's kind of up to Facebook when they say that, like, it could be when they have enough data. Um, it's tough to say. It just needs enough data. It like depends on ad spend. It's not like really a duration. It's just like how many interactions does that asset have?
Yeah,
Uh,
now I'm currently at $50 a day, so I just don't
that's
want to
fair.
go another 48 or hours or so, and then it stays the same. And I should have just probably relaunched a whole new campaign instead of just
Yeah.
changing the creative. So I just wanted to double check what's
If
usually a
you're
good rule of thumb.
if you're open to it, I probably would just launch a new campaign because you're going to see, I think, better performance. Like, also, if you want to DM me, you that actual creative, I could take a look at it too.
Okay.
Um, yeah, seriously, like DM me and we'll take a look at the creative. Um, but I would probably launch a new ad just so you can see like pure, like how much better I think that could perform and how you can kind of see like, okay, this one's doing much better than this old one. Um, maybe it might be good to launch a new campaign, to be honest.
Okay. Okay.
And then
Okay, cool. Thank you.
oh, sorry. And then it's an explanation for everybody because this is kind of the way sometimes these things work. Whenever you're editing something that's touching the core of the ad, so meaning it's not only a headline or a description, but you're actually editing the targeting or the video, that will reset the algorithm at a level that it would be kind of the same to create a new campaign because they would have to learn from scratch. If it's a minor edit, then probably it will still have to learn, but just resetting a core thing will just start the whole thing all over. So yeah, at the end, it's kind of up to you, but when it comes to terms of time and how much it will take for the ad to learn, it's kind of the same thing. So yeah.
Awesome, thank you.
And real quick, when we have to, when we pause a campaign or pause, you just go into it and put pause launch.
Exactly. Pause launch. And then to kind of clean up this section, you could always filter it by only enabled. And that kind of cleans up this dashboard for you right here.
Okay, great.
But yes, you just tap pause right on that. Yes.
Okay, and I don't have to go into their account and pause it there.
No, you could pause it right from here.
Okay, great. Thank you very much, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
What's typically your guys' turnaround time for after submitting a ticket? I was on a call this morning with Julia with some issues I was having with another client's ads, and she was telling me it wasn't supposed to do that. It wasn't letting me generate a new ad. It was still stuck on the original one with the original content.
Oh, yeah.
That's
We're
us.
super, we're super on time. I remember, yeah, she sent that over to us in Slack. I remember. So for generating a new, maybe we could solve it real quick on here. But like we kind of store all this info because when you create your ad one time, even on Facebook and you're connected to like Bing and TikTok and Snap or Google, this ad is also being created across all these platforms right here and also in the Creative Hub. So you kind of add that prompt one time and any platform you're connected to, it's creating it across there. To kind of clear out that ad, you just have generate new ad right here and you add like a new prompt in here. And whenever you tap generate content, that would like you could always tap generate description or create your own, but this will kind of reset the new ad and clear out your old data. But does that make sense, or was this feature like not working for you?
Yeah, when I would hit generate new ad, it was just reloading the same content.
Okay.
It wasn't generating a new one. It was reverting back to the original ad.
Okay. Did you change out this part though?
I did not change that part out.
Yeah, change out this part. Change out this part. That would fix it. Because we
Okay.
put the website, but this is also very important. So like just type in something new. Like what are you promoting? What is it for?
This one was, it was a realtor promoting an open house.
Okay. So like maybe maybe type in something here like realtor promoting open house or something a little bit more specific if you want. And then just have generate description here. And then when you generate content, that would generate something new. This has to be updated though, this part. So I would make some changes here.
Cool, thank you.
Yeah.
Hey guys, so I've heard about Google Ads that if you pause it, the learning progress kind of stops. So I've been told also that it's perhaps better to instead set the ad, change the schedule if you want to pause the ad so it retains the machine learning. What do you guys think about that?
Yes, I can answer that one. It's usually best if you want to retain all that information and that learning to not even pause the ad or even set schedules, but set the ad to a minimum budget, like $1 a day or less than that. So the ad keeps running. It's not going to be running for the 24 hours of the day. It will probably only be for a few hours, but it will keep learning. So yeah, that way the app's not that, and then you can just use that information later on whenever you want to reactivate and set a whole budget again.
Right. And what's the best way perhaps to reactivate learning on an ad that you might have paused by mistake?
Oh, the only way is to activate and the ad will have to go through the learning phase again. So that's probably 7 to 10 days of running again.
Okay, excellent. Thank you, Carol.
No problem, Alex.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's it though, everyone. But we have some really exciting updates coming. We'll always update you in the group and email. And thank you all for joining though. I look forward to February.
Excellent. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
You.
Thank you.
See ya.
Bye-bye.